welcome back to my channel. Aiden and I love trying new things, and lately we've been obsessed with matcha drinks, especially the ones with cream on top. That inspired me to bake a matcha sponge cake with a sweet cream on top. This recipe is a lot simpler than my last sponge cake. However, it has no oil and it has less calories, and it tastes even better the next day. So let's get started before my son gets home.
Tip number 1. Wipe your bowl and whisk with vinegar to remove any oil. Otherwise, your meringue will not whip up and you'll end up with a flat cake. These are the ingredients you'll need for this recipe. Tip number 2. Separate the egg whites from the yolks. Make sure no yolk gets in or your cake will not rise. Next, sift the flour and matcha powder. Tip number 3. Whip the egg whites to firm peaks. This is the most important step for a perfect sponge cake. Turn the mixer to medium speed and beat until the egg whites are foamy. The egg whites look like beer, and honestly, I kind of want one because it's so hot here in California. But I need to keep my sanity, so let's stick to baking for now. Add 1/3 of the sugar, then beat for 30 seconds. Repeat this every 30 seconds until all the sugar is added. Now let's turn the mixer up to high and whip until the egg whites reach firm peaks. Make sure to stop and check your peaks as you go. Once they're overbitten, there's no going back. Nope, not even close. Keep going, the meringue still needs more time. Baking is all about patience and accuracy. It's kind of like science. Maybe that's why I enjoy so much, since I was a biology major. Here's my tip for knowing when peaks are done. Tap the whisk on the bowl and check the tiny peaks. These are still a bit soft, so let's keep going. The time it takes to reach firm peaks can vary depending on how fresh and how cold your eggs are. For this recipe, I whip my eggs cold. Now they're done, see how the peaks are sharp but bend just a tiny bit at the tip? That's the perfect firm peak. Congrats! You survived the hard part. Now mix the honey, corn syrup, and egg yolks. Give it a whisk, then add it to the meringue. Keep the mixer speed on low and make sure to stop and scrape the sides and bottom of the bowl as you go. Now that the mixture is nice and airy, let's add in the flour and matcha powder. Tip number 4. Don't overmix a batter. Just mix until the flour disappears. You'll notice the batter feels denser as you mix in the flour, but that's completely okay. It's supposed to feel that way. This batter looks so good. However, I'll save the real taste test for later with my coffee. Now it's time to pour the batter into 2 pans. I like to weigh them so each pan has the exact same amount. Yep, here's my OCD kicking in again. Now I'm using chopsticks to smooth the top of the batter and get rid of those big bubbles. Don't skip this step, it makes the cake bake more evenly. And finally, give the pan a good tap on the counter. Think of it as burping the batter. We're going to bake this at 375 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes until the top turns a nice golden brown. I'm going to test my cakes with the cake tester. If it comes out clean, they're done. As soon as the cakes come out of the oven, tap them on the counter a couple times. This helps prevent shrinking. Then cool the cakes upside down so they keep their height and don't collapse. We're going to let this cake cool completely at room temperature before adding the cream. Honestly, this is the hardest part, waiting until I can finally have a taste. Now that the cakes are cooled, I'm going to store them in the fridge. One to enjoy later with cream and the other for tomorrow. When you're ready to enjoy the cake, whip some cream with powdered sugar to a soft consistency. Remember, this topping isn't about stiff cream. It should stay light and soft. Let's pop this in the fridge to chill while we'll slice into the cakes. Cutting into a cake always makes me nervous. Did I bake it right? And ta-da! Look at that. Bounce and texture is just perfect. Every mom deserves a moment like this. A pretty slice of cake with cream and matcha, not just family leftovers. Most of the time, I'm cutting fruit for Aiden or packing lunches, so making something pretty just for myself feels special.